Hey everyone, it's Daniel Parker. Today we're sharing a story that might completely change how you view retirement planning. It's a truth about your golden years that no one truly warns you about, but it's crucial for your peace of mind. Let me ask you something many older Americans quietly ponder. What if the real risk isn't running out of money, but retiring so scared you leave millions unspent? What if it's because you were never told the full picture? Imagine retiring with $1 million, following a modest withdrawal plan, only to discover you ended up with significantly more than you started. Sometimes double, triple, even 5 times your initial balance. Sounds unbelievable, right? It shocked me too. This isn't about reckless spending, it's about understanding a financial reality that could profoundly impact your enjoyment and legacy. Let's dive into this untold story. The famous 4% rule, a cornerstone of retirement planning, wasn't created for the typical retiree. It was designed to withstand the absolute worst financial storms in US history. Think Great Depression, 1970s stagflation, the brutal early 2000s market crashes. This rule answers, what withdrawal rate survives the ugliest 30-year period ever recorded? That number was roughly 4%. It's a remarkable safety net, built for extreme circumstances. But here's the critical nuance nobody explained to everyday retirees. That 4% is the floor, not the average. It's what survives the worst-case scenario, not what happens most of the time. This distinction is vital for your peace of mind. When markets behave normally, not amazingly, not terribly, just normally, the typical retiree ends up with far more money than they ever expected. This is the hidden truth. So the fear of depletion, while understandable given the conservative advice, often overlooks the historical resilience and growth potential of your investments. It's time to reframe that anxiety. Financial researcher Michael Kitches studied every 30-year retirement period in modern US history. His findings are truly eye-opening and empowering. He found that 96% of the time, retirees using the 4% rule ended with at least their starting capital, if not more. Your initial investment was almost always preserved. The median outcome, nearly 2.8 times their starting wealth. Imagine that, your million quietly growing to almost 3 million, even while you're drawing income. And about 1/3 of retirees finished with an incredible 5 times their starting portfolio. This isn't an anomaly. It's a significant historical pattern. So retiring with $1 million doesn't mean barely scraping by. For many older Americans, historically, it quietly turned into 3 millions, 4 millions, even 5 millions, all while they enjoyed a steady income. That's not fantasy, it's the math. To illustrate, let's meet 3 fictional retirees: Margaret, Robert, and Linda, representing common American situations and mindsets. First, Margaret, the rule follower. She strictly adheres to the 4% rule, withdrawing $40,000 annually, adjusted for inflation, never deviating. 30 years later, Margaret ends with around 2.8 million, according to historical medians. She lived comfortably, but also left behind a fortune she never intended to accumulate. Next, Robert, the ratcheter. He also starts at 4%, but every 3-5 years he checks his balance. If it's grown, he gives himself a raise, 10% or 15%. His $40,000 becomes $45,000 or $50,000. Robert travels more, visits grandkids, and enjoys the good years while they're good, all while maintaining strong long-term safety. Finally, Linda, the big spender. Linda wants to live life fully now, spending 6-7% annually. More vacations, more generosity, more do it while we still can. Crucially, Linda keeps a 2 to 3 year cash cushion, understanding markets can turn. Her plan works by staying flexible, cutting back temporarily if markets crash. After decades of saving, sacrificing, working overtime, and raising families, there's a critical question. Do you really want to leave millions behind by accident? Not by choice, but because fear prevented you from truly enjoying the retirement you earned. This is a hidden risk for many Americans in their 60s and 70s. The risk isn't just running out, it's underspending. It's living too small, letting fear dictate your lifestyle, and leaving precious life experiences on the table. Here's a simple guideline to spend your upside. No complex math needed. Every 5 years, ask one question. Is my portfolio at least equal to what I started retirement with? If yes, you're in a strong position. You can safely increase your spending by 10 to 20% permanently. This is your reward for smart planning and market growth. If no, meaning your portfolio has dipped below your starting point, then simply stick to your current plan. You're still safe, and this conservative approach protects your downside. It's that simple. This framework protects your downside and empowers you to enjoy your upside while you're healthy and energetic enough to experience it fully. You don't need to be a financial wizard or read the Wall Street Journal daily. Your most potent tool for a secure and fulfilling retirement is simply flexibility. Ask yourself, can I temporarily pause inflation raises on withdrawals if markets crash? This small adjustment can make a big difference in challenging times. Can I cut a little discretionary spending for a year or two if needed? Maybe fewer restaurant meals or a slightly less extravagant vacation. These are temporary shifts, not permanent sacrifices. Could I delay 1 or 2 major purchases during a significant market downturn? Perhaps putting off that new car or home renovation for 12-18 months. If you can say yes to even one of these, your retirement resilience skyrockets. It gives you control, peace of mind, and the ability to navigate economic shifts without panic. You spent decades building this nest egg. You sacrificed, showed up, and provided for your family. So let me tell you this with complete honesty. The goal of retirement is not to die with the biggest account balance. It's to truly live the life you dreamed of, to savor every moment and experience. A life with more time, more experiences, deeper connections, and a wealth of cherished memories. And yes, still leaving a legacy, if that's your choice. But let it be a legacy by conscious choice, not one accidentally created because fear prevented you from enjoying your earned abundance. It's your time. So I want to hear from you. Are you spending too little because of fear? Or do you feel you've earned the right to enjoy your money more? Share your thoughts below. If this helped you, please hit like. And if you know someone living too cautiously, consider sharing this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.